in this reintroduction, it's really supposed to be a video where I'm not even supposed to say nothing. I'm just supposed to sit in the presence. I'm supposed to be a vehicle. I'm supposed to be an example of how to sit in the presence of your presence by being present. Being still and knowing that you are God. I can feel all the questions. I've been feeling all the questions. I've been feeling all the inquiries. I've been feeling all the I've been feeling all the message. I've been feeling all of it. You know, it's been a enlightening 2 months. You know, it's been a rewarding 2 months. It's been a transformative 2 months. It's been a grateful 2 months. How many of y'all can say the same thing? I know I ain't been visually present and physically present by way of a video, but I've been mentally present and I've been spiritually present by way of the activation within my soul, within my spirit. You know, those who get it, get it. We all know what they say. IYK. If you know, you know. You hear me? Yeah. We gotta know when the if you're gonna be the Mr. Shift Shaper of your life, not shape shifter. If you're gonna be the Mr. Shift Shaper of your life, if you're gonna be the Mrs. Shift Shaper of your life, you're gonna have to learn how to be still and know that you are God. The same way that I know how to be still and know that I am God. That means you can't. That means you can't be. Or you could do what you want to, but it ain't wise to always be on the stage, be on the front of the stage. You know, we got different characters, we got different roles, we got different archetypes, we got different frequencies, we got different realms, we got different dimensions. y'all walking with me? We got a whole lot of things to fully feel in order for destiny to come into fulfillment. These ain't just words, this is prophecy. You hear me? I'm talking to the Mr. and Mrs. Shift Shapers. I'm talking to the Mr. and Mrs. Shift Shapers. You heard? I'm known as Sawu, but I'm a shift shaper. You hear me? That's why that's why I sat still for 2 months. You see? That's why I sat still for 2 months, because I know the shifts was coming. You see, I forewarned us that shifts was coming. You know, I forewarned us through everything we do. Through this journey within myself that I share with us all. It be forewarnings. You see, it be a whole lot of different things to a whole lot of different people, depending on where you at on the other side of what you hearing. You see, where you at on the other side of what's being demonstrated. Where you at on the other side of this causation of activation in your journey, according to where I'm at in mine. You see? According to where I'm at in mine. Yeah. We ain't gotta know the same things to meet in the same place. We do not have to know the same things to meet in the same place. We won't have to believe in the same things to meet in the same space. You hear me? You know, we won't have to come from the same things to meet in the same space. You hear me? All worlds are colliding at all times. ain't no point. There isn't a point in time, and I'm only using time for the sake of those who are still trapped into it, because there is no space and time beyond the realms of our mind. But we needed time and space for the time that we needed time and space for. So until we can get free of it. Who are with me? I'm trying to help us get out the matrix. You hear me? So I'm talking to the shift shapers. You know, because everybody else who ain't getting it through this transmission, you know, or who is not in a grounded and open and guarded space according to this transmission that's being transmitted. You see, y'all gonna have to be the examples for them. Y'all gonna have to be whoever I'm talking to on the other side of this message. And I don't know who I'm talking to on the other side of this message. I'm just talking to who meant to hear it on the other side of this message. But you gonna have to be the example for them. Like I'm being example for you, because I had to be an example for them, because my ancestors chose me to come do this ancestor business. This is ancestor business. So we you know, we still on that, you know. I just was MIA. I ain't gone. You hear me? You know, anytime I go MIA, when I come back, I'm always come back stronger. I'm always come back brighter. I'm always come back more happy. I'm always come back more joyous. I'm always come back with as more peace. I'm always come back as more laughter. I'm always come back as more health. I'm always come back as more abundance. I'm always come back as more creativity. You see, I'm always come back as more joy. I'm always come back as more gratitude. I'm always come back, you know, with more grace. You see, I'm always come back in more favor. And most of all, I'm always come back in more love. Otherwise, what we going through, whatever we going through, for if when we come out of whatever we got to go through, we don't come out it with something that make us better than what we was before we had to go through it. Is anybody listening? Because I know somebody hear me. You hear me? I know somebody hear me. See? Because if you can't recognize the versions of reality you've already outgrown, then ain't no doubt in my mind you probably finding yourself going through the same thing you've been going through on the same level. You've been going through it because you're still the same version of yourself that you always been. You know, so until we see the need to change, you know, until we see the need to change, we'll do little to no, we'll put in little to no effort to be the change that we want to see. I hope somebody listen. I just came to cook a little bit, you hear me? Until we see the need to be the change we want to see, we'll never make none. You hear me? And in order to see in the dark, you gotta sit in it until the light make itself known. You hear me? In order to see in the dark, you gotta sit in it until you can see. Say it another way. You know? How else you gonna remember who you was before? How else you gonna remember who you was before the world forgot you in order to make you forget yourself? Some of y'all gonna have to go back and rewind that, but you ain't gonna have to, because they told me to say it again. It's time for us to remember who we was before the world forgot us and then made us forget ourselves. This is the remembrance. This is part of the remembrance. So shifts going on. You know, we having experiences, whether we want them or not. You know, but we having experiences that's needed. You know, to wake up, to bring online certain activations and the light codes, you know, and the information that those light codes hold, you know. So we going through some things, and if you ain't going through nothing, I'm more concerned about the, you know, cause going through something ain't always got to be negative. You see, going through something ain't always got to be quote unquote bad, cause they ain't no good or bad. It's just how we define our experiences. But you know, usually when we hear the term going through it, man, I've been going through it, but it been all good. You see, I've been going through it the last 2 months, but it been all good. You know, we like to say we ain't taking no L's, but you ain't taking no L's. if you ain't taking no L's, you losing. Cause that mean you ain't learned no lessons. see, I'm gonna take some L's. I ain't saying my L's was gonna be losses. See, you know, and I took some of them too. To gain everything I am today. You know, to come into everything who I am today. You hear me? And to know everything I know today, to not know nothing. You see, because every day holds its own experiences. You hear me? So though I know it all, I know nothing. Walk with me. If you know, you know. You heard? But I just came through because it's been a minute. But I'm about to start tapping back in. You know, we got to move with the seasons. And if we don't learn how to, we got 4 seasons. If we don't, and we got 3 stages within the 4 seasons. You know, and 3 times 4 is 12. You see, and 12 complete a cycle. You hear me? On one layer of existence. You see what I'm saying? Then we go. Then we travel through. You know, 12 layers. You see, within that level of existence. You see, according to the multidimensionality of our being, beyond this graven vessel. You hear me? Walk with me. You see, my knowledge come from a lot of places. You hear me? So depending on where you at, you will get it. You hear me? And if you just getting started, you know, it's still coming in the form. It's still coming in the way that you can get it. You know, sometimes you just might have to move yourself out the way and allow the essence of the essence and spirit of your soul, you know, to receive what's being brought forth. Because if you here for a reason. You hear me? Especially if you ain't familiar with me, you here for a reason. You heard? So hopefully I said something, you know, not for hope's sake, because I know I said something that needed to be heard. I know I said something that's meant to be heard, and I know I said something that will be received, you know, to the one who was meant for, to the one that designed it for themselves. See, because I ain't designing this moment, you know, as I design this moment for myself, you designing, you know, your moment for yours. So if you find yourself on the other side of these words that I'm transmitting, then at this particular point in time, and all points in time, you know, we doing this together, and we is. You see, because in the whole scheme of things, there is no separation. You see, so as I came, you know, I'm about to exit in love, in light, in health, in abundance, and in wholeness. You hear me? And if you ain't come upon this message in the space of those frequencies, it's my highest. It's my highest intention. You know, in the form of a wish, a willful wish that in this closing you could leave in one of them states and not all. You see, and if you can, That means you found peace in the midst of what I was sent to bring forth today. You hear me? Because I have to listen to, I have to be obedient to. You heard? Until we do it again, I'm known as Saul. Thank you for being you. You hear me? Be you how you be you. Once again, man, I appreciate y'all, man, who was concerned about me. You heard? And I want to remind y'all that concern and worry ain't the same thing. So no matter what show up in our lives, you see, we're gonna have to be able to stop, breathe, and pause, and then ask ourselves this one question according to what's showing up. Especially if it's something unwanted. Am I seeing this from a place of worry, or am I seeing this from a place of concern? We're gonna have to stop and act and start asking ourselves according to what's showing up. What perspective are we being impacted from? You know, according to how things are showing up, good, bad, or indifferent. You see, it ain't because things ain't always got to be negative for us to get a lesson out of it, and that's why a lot of us miss a lot of lessons along the way. You see, because we took good times just for good times' sake, and in most cases we ain't take no lessons from the good times that we had, opportunities to have a good time for good times' sake. You see, so every time we find ourselves in issues that's on the opposite side of that, you see, 9 times out of 10, you know, we lacking a certain quality, you know, that's needed to get us through, as if it was no issue at all, because we don't have problems. There's always solutions. All we gotta do is get into the space of perspective, you know, to see what's the solution according to what's showing up. And whatever's showing up is showing us something about ourselves. I'm gonna leave y'all with that, man. I love y'all, man. Thanks for the likes, shares, comments, questions, subscriptions. You know, like I say, checking on me. You hear me? And I even got a few donations in my hermit phase. Once again, I appreciate y'all, and may all your contributions, whether energetically, financially, so forth and so on, return us 10 and 100-fold. You hear me? You know, according to our ability to receive it. You hear me? I love y'all, family. Once again, I'm known as Saul. Be you how you be you. Peace.